Hey folks, happy Monday. I hope you guys are all doing well and that you had a restful weekend. Welcome to Advisory. First of all, go Rangers. All right, we got game 7 tonight. Hopefully they win. Otherwise, you may see a much sadder Mr. Hall tomorrow. Being a fan of Dallas sports, let me tell you, it's an emotional roller coaster. Before we get started with our regular advisory for the day, I wanted to once again point your attention to the testing page on Longhorn Country. All right. This is for the PSAT on Wednesday. That's going to be most, if not all, 10th graders, some 9th graders, and some 11th graders. But just to be safe, everyone needs to go to this lookup, click on the Longhorns, type in your ID, and figure out what you are doing on October 25th, Wednesday. If you find out that you're taking the PSAT after looking at the lookup, you can scroll down on the testing page and see some instructions both in English y Español también, and my video from last week on how to get your device ready for testing on Wednesday. So please make sure that you do that so that you know and are not confused as to what's going on Wednesday. Okay, this week is Red Ribbon Week, and I went out and I asked a few of you some important questions about Red Ribbon Week. Let's see those answers now. Now say, and you can just kind of hold it like right, there. Okay. So now say Red Ribbon Week 3 times fast.
Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week.
Hey, look at there.
3 times as fast as I can?
Yeah, as fast as you can.
Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week.
Oh, Red Ribbon. I'm not saying that.
Can you try it?
I already messed up.
Okay.
Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week.
Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week.
Say Red Ribbon Week 3 times fast. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, go for it.
Red Ribbon Week, Red Ribbon Week.
Now, what does Red Ribbon Week mean to you?
Staying away from drugs and staying safe, like in all, no alcohol, no drugs in general, so I can just be the best I can as a person.
I low-key forgot what Red Ribbon Week is. I'm not gonna. Isn't it? I remember like doing it in middle school.
Don't do drugs, guys.
Don't do drugs.
It's highlighting living a drug-free life.
Now, what does Red Ribbon Week mean to you?
Drug awareness, keeping community safe, keeping kids healthy.
Love that. Perfect. Thank you to all my participants. So yes, we all know that Red Ribbon Week has something to do with drugs, and it's all about, saying no and being safe and all this stuff. This week, we're going to use the opportunity of Red Ribbon Week to have some real conversations about drugs. So today, we're going to go over the history of Red Ribbon Week briefly and give you some insight into the history and the current situation as it pertains to the drug trade. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about the effects of drugs on the body, especially a young person's body, and all the things to look out for there. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the effects of drugs on your life when it comes to things like the law and things like relationships and other factors other than just the effects on your body. Thursday, we will likely not have advisory because I think we're going to have a pep rally that morning at 9 a.m., so I'll see you in the gym there. And then Friday, what we want to do is talk about how to be smart around drugs. All right, we can tell you don't do drugs until we're blue in the face, but the reality is that drugs are out there, and you may find yourself in a situation where you need to know some stuff. And so we're going to talk about how to be smart around drugs, how to notice signs of overdose for your friends, how to keep yourself and others safe, basically. And I'll be answering any questions that you guys ask over the course of this week in my anonymous Q&A form. The Q&A that I speak of is going to be going on all week, and it's just a form that you can find either on the bit.ly at the end of the slides on this presentation, or you can find it by going to advisory. At the very top of the advisory page is a place where you can write a question, and I will try my best to answer it over the video or videos this week. So if you have any sort of questions about drugs, you can put them in anonymously, and I will do my best to answer them on video. Now, as far as Red Ribbon Week itself is concerned, the beginnings of Red Ribbon Week often are misconstrued. People think that it started with like Nancy Reagan's Just Say No to Drugs campaign, but it actually started as a way to honor and remember the sacrifice of one DEA agent named Kiki Camarena, or Enrique Camarena. He was caught and tortured and killed by members of the cartel as he was trying to hunt down the bosses of the cartel in 1985. Red Ribbon Week was started as a way to remember that sacrifice and also give us an opportunity to talk seriously about drugs and the effects that they have on communities and the nation as a whole. And that's just what we will be doing, starting with a couple of videos today. The first is this one titled The American Drug Trade, and it is an excellent overview from way back about drugs and how the overall trade has worked over the past few centuries, actually. So I want you to pay attention. I want you to try to get at least 2 or 3 facts about the American drug trade that you did not know before, because you will be discussing it afterwards. The next video that you watch will be this one, an investigative piece inside the fentanyl cartel as it stands today. This video was published 5 months ago, so what you're going to see in that is very current day, kind of how the drug trade works now and what the main motivations of drug manufacturers and drug dealers actually is. So I want you to try to find something that you didn't know about fentanyl or the fentanyl trade from that video, and then you'll discuss a little bit more with your advisory class. And one final note before we get started on this week's programming is that it may be hard to hear for some of us. I'm going to do my best on these videos, and we're going to do our best throughout the week to deal very carefully and delicately with this subject, because I know that drugs affects a lot of people in this building, either directly or indirectly. And so while we will be talking about some hard truths, and while I do want you to still be able to pay attention, I want to also prepare you that some of the things that you hear and some of the things that we'll talk about may be upsetting whether you have any experience with drugs or not. Some of this is designed to scare you. It's true, because drugs are a scary thing, but mostly I want to inform and prepare you for the future when it comes to drugs. So please watch the next 2 videos carefully, pay attention this week in advisory, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the Q&A under advisory, under Longhorn Country, or at the QR code in Bitly at the end of these slides. That's all from me. Have a great rest of your day. Be good to yourself and others, and I'll see you real soon.